If you love true history mixed with real-life horror, stories that were never meant to be told out loud, then subscribe and turn on notifications. Because what you are about to hear are not myths, not movies, but documented events that still haunt America to this day. And once you hear them, you will never look at history the same way again. America is remembered as a land of freedom, progress, and power. But beneath its highways, its forests, its deserts, and its quiet small towns, lie stories so disturbing that entire communities try to erase them from memory. Tonight, we uncover 12 of the most terrifying American legends. Legends born from real people, real places, and real suffering. The Unseen Watchers. Our first legend begins in the Appalachian Mountains. For generations, locals whispered about disappearances that defied logic. Entire families gone. No signs of struggle. Food still warm on the table. Historians later confirmed that between the late 1800s and early 1900s, dozens of cases were quietly closed without explanation. People spoke of unseen watchers in the woods, something early settlers feared so deeply that entire towns were abandoned overnight. The desert figures. In the Nevada desert during the 1950s, workers building military testing sites reported seeing figures, watching them from impossible distances. Figures that vanished the moment they were approached. Declassified documents later revealed unexplained deaths, radiation inconsistencies, and missing personnel files, turning the desert into a symbol of America's darkest secrets. The Crooked Man of Missouri. Then there is the legend of the Crooked Man of Missouri. Court records from the 1870s describe a man whose body was twisted beyond recognition after surviving a mining collapse. Witnesses claimed he moved in ways no human should, and long after his death, locals continued to see his silhouette near abandoned mine shafts, dismissed as folklore, until photographs surfaced in the 1930s, showing strange human-like shapes near sealed mines. The Black Fog. In New England, coastal towns feared something called the Black Fog. Ships entered thick, unnatural mist and never returned. Shipping logs confirm over 30 vessels lost in a single decade. Crews never found. Survivors spoke of hearing voices calling their names from inside the fog. The orphan trains. One of the most heartbreaking legends is tied to the orphan train program, meant to save children, but records reveal thousands were sent to abusive homes. Some children never even arrived. Survivors later spoke of children disappearing during transport. And even today, people report seeing ghostly children standing near old railway lines at night. Modern investigators have captured unexplained figures on thermal cameras. The Screaming Ranch. In Texas, the legend of the Screaming Ranch is based on real land records. Every family that settled there either fled or died violently. Journals describe unexplainable sounds coming from beneath the ground. Screams so loud they drove people insane. The Swamp Widow. The Deep South hides another legend, the Swamp Widow. Court cases describe multiple men found drowned with no signs of struggle, all connected to the same woman who vanished before trial. Even today, locals avoid certain waters after sunset. The Silent Sanatorium. In California, the Silent Sanatorium holds a darker truth. Medical records confirm experimental treatments performed without consent. Years later, people reported hearing coughing, crying from inside the abandoned building. Audio recordings captured by urban explorers still remain unexplained. The Mimic of the North. In Alaska, indigenous oral history overlaps with modern missing person reports, a presence that mimics human voices, luring travelers into frozen wilderness. Official records confirm an abnormal number of disappearances, with no environmental explanation. The Bell Witch. One of the few supernatural cases acknowledged by historical figures is the American Bell Witch. Documented accounts describe physical attacks, disembodied voices, and even deaths. Despite countless attempts to debunk it, no explanation has ever satisfied historians. The Harvest Man. In the Midwest, the legend of the Harvest Man emerged. Perfectly arranged remains found in cornfields. Cases quietly buried by authorities to prevent panic. Locals still report seeing a tall figure standing motionless among crops during harvest season. The nameless towns. And finally, the most terrifying legend of all is the one without a name. Small towns erased from maps. Fires with no cause. Mass illnesses. Sudden evacuations. Their existence survives only through faded photographs and forgotten census records. These are not campfire stories. Not horror movies. They are fragments of real American history, stitched together through documents, eyewitness accounts, and suppressed records. Because sometimes, the most terrifying legends are born when the truth is left unexplained. And as long as these places exist, the fear will never truly fade.